Good morning, Canada. Good morning, East Africa. Good afternoon. Actually, good evening, East Africa, and good afternoon everywhere in between. It gives me distinct, unmarked pleasure to welcome everybody this morning. We are honored to have you join us for this conversation. We have Government of Canada officials from several African countries. We have ambassadors joining us. We have private sector, and we have everyday people that are interested in East Africa joining us. Welcome. On behalf of the Africa Trade Desk, the Canada Africa Chamber of Business, our partners, the Exodus Project, the Uganda Canada Convention, I welcome you to this morning's conversation about East Africa. I love East Africa. I love Africa in general. It's a beautiful continent, but I'm especially interested in East Africa because that's where I come from. Nothing meant against all my other brothers and sisters from the rest of Africa. We are all here and we are excited to learn about these opportunities. Now, I'm going to just give a brief intro about the East African community and why we are going with the East African community this morning. The East African community is comprised of several countries: the Republic of Uganda, the Republic of Kenya, the Republic of Tanzania, the Republic of Rwanda, Republic of Burundi, Republic of Southern Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, just a brief intro. The region has about 177 million people and a combined GDP of about 240 billion US dollars. The opportunities in this region are ripe for interested parties that are ready to look at them. And they come in various stages of readiness, various stages of need for investment, for collaboration, and also in regional-wide, but also each country has highlighted their own opportunities. Now, we have the usual that people think about when we think about opportunities in East Africa. We talk about tourism, we talk about the gorillas, the savannah, the Serengeti, the Kilimanjaro, the Bwindi forest, and those are there. We have the infrastructure, just like the rest of Africa. Infrastructure is huge, and it is common. You can look at any of those countries and you'll find infrastructure projects. We have natural resources, mining, which is usually what comes to mind when people think about East Africa in general, but East Africa in particular. We have mining, the tanzanites. You can't not think about the earth and rare metals that are littered all over, up and down all those countries that I mentioned. We have the beautiful part that the East African community has now come up with their own strategic areas of priority, and the integration makes it even better. They're talking about common markets, common trade facilitation, open borders. All those present opportunities, but that's not what we are here to talk about today. I mean, we are happy to talk to you about that, but today we have a special flavor. We have looked at really highlighting some private sector opportunities, some opportunities that we hope will spur your interest into this region and help engage us in conversations about trade. At Africa Trade Desk, we do believe that trade is what is going to transform not only Africa, East Africa in general, but also our relationships, the relationship between Canada, the rest of the world, and East Africa can really hinge about trade. And that is how we can bring the development and the changes we need in the region, both in the social sector, but also in trying to balance the trade between the region and the rest of the world. Now, the numbers don't lie. Trade helps us to have measurable ways of meaningful engagement between Canada, between the rest of the world and the region. And in so doing, we improve the lives of the communities where trade happens, but we also improve our relationships in general. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the things that we talk about all the time, about the benefits that arise by doing business with Africa in general, but in East Africa and this particular thing. I don't leave without talking about the opportunity of labor. We have a young population. We have a population that is ready to move into the middle class. What is it? Technology, what is education, what is health? All those areas need improvement, not improvement in aid, but improvement in opening up trade opportunities so that people can have that dignity and can change their lives. And we can also bring meaningful change. I'm going to tease you with the blue economy and the opportunities around the Lake Victoria and all the blue economy pieces that will go there. We talk about the oceans. Some of the countries in the region have access to the oceans, to the ocean, and there are opportunities there with either fisheries, developing any other blue economy businesses. These are all open. I, however, want to draw attention to the businesses where we are highlighting today. And I'm inviting you to sit back and relax and engage with these businesses. We want at the end of this to have everybody's attention drawn to this region, to have meaningful conversations so that together we can bring the change that we all need. I'll close by saying that Africa Trade Desk, we are leading by example. In the region, we are leading several initiatives. I'll just highlight maybe one or two. In Tanzania, we're engaged with the cashew nut industry to bring meaningful change and make sure that the farmers that produce these cashew nuts get a fair deal when they sell their cashew nuts. In Kenya, Uganda, and Zimbabwe, we are engaged and leading a project in healthcare to bring meaningful interaction between the healthcare workers there and possibly with the rest of the world without diluting the ability to service the healthcare industry in those countries, but also sharing the resources in other parts of the world where it is needed. This is not in East Africa, but it's in Ghana. We are working with the youth around creating e-job opportunities between the youth of Ghana and Canada and the rest of the world. So we are not talking to you this morning about something that we are not practicing as a Canadian company, engaging with Africa in a meaningful way. So without further ado, I want to really step out of the way and let us begin the conversation that we have at hand today with the opportunities that I'm excited to hear about. And I hope you'll be excited too. Back to you, Victoria. Oh, before I go, welcome again. Welcome. I know some people have logged on since I started speaking. Welcome. Welcome to our government officials. Welcome to everybody. Thank you for taking the time to be here. We will hopefully have a very meaningful interaction in the next few minutes we have together. And at the end of the day, we will all leave having learned something and looking forward to working with the East African region. Thank you. Back to you, Victoria.
Hello. Thank you, Susan, for the lovely intro and mentioning all of the great opportunities that are in the region. I'm just going to guide people through quickly what the speaking order is, which is we're first going to have Ray from the Exodus Project. Then we're going to have Eunice from Bismart. Then we're going to have Antonia from Wyatt Collective. Then Francis from Rex Energy. And finally, Joseph from Farmboxy. All of these are great businesses doing various different things with opportunities for growth. And we hope that you will love their pitches as much as we have. So without taking up further time, I'm going to hand it over to Ray with the Exodus Project. Go ahead, Ray.
Thank you, Victoria. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to present our project today. What we're going to present to you today is something that is very near and dear to everyone here on this presentation. We're a cybersecurity team. Our mission is to help to bring resiliency to every corner of the globe. And so we believe that our presentation will resonate to what we're doing currently in providing this type of service. The problem that we're facing currently across the globe is we have a cyber problem. For example, something similar to where we are now in Poland, we currently are tackling this problem head on. We have 2,500 local governments here at risk. And so we decided to come here and support the local government in battling this problem. In Africa, similarly, in 2021, for example, more than 120 ministries have reported cyber crimes across the continent. Nearly over 44 million small businesses in Africa have had some type of incident and have some major setback in cybercrime damages that they have faced. So the solution is pretty much bringing that to under control, and it can be done with the right services, with the right education. We can combat and fight cybercrime. The first is to provide the ability to train young professionals that want to get into the cybersecurity field, to conduct audits for small businesses, local government, to help them develop their cybersecurity strategy. We continue to do research and development to stay abreast with what the threat actors are doing. Also, we're involved in software development to bring in, customized software to help fight the cyber war that we're facing. We also can provide a SOC as a service. That's when we provide you incident response management. We do monitoring 24/7 by 365 to monitor the network for you. When something bad is happening, we stop it before it happens. Or if it happens through insider threats, we control that, we contain that, and we eliminate that for you. We also provide threat intelligence research, so we always stay ahead of the game. So one of the things that we would like to do today is to give you a flavor of what we have done and what we believe we can bring to every corner of the African continent, something that we're currently doing right now in Poland. So if you would please watch this video with me. So our center is set up, is structured where we can actually provide our new employees or professionals a place to train. So we develop our own talent in-house. We also have our facility has the capability to handle up to 750 entities where we can monitor. That blueprint is something that is currently is in full swing here in Poland. So with that type of capability, we will be able to reduce the level of ransomware that we have currently that is increasing at a rapid pace. In 2021, for example, about $3.5 billion of cyber crimes happen in Africa. Businesses in particular are vulnerable to what's going on right now. It's a nonstop, everyday happening with ransomware, where your business comes to a complete halt and you cannot operate. So I believe that the concept we're bringing forward to you dovetail right in with the critical aspiration and flagship program under Agenda 2063. So the next slide is going to bring you to the level of investment that we believe it will take based on our knowledge and past performance here in Poland. About $7 million would develop and completely build out a center similar to what we have in Poland. And if you want to go, lay out these centers across Africa, you could launch 8 security operations center hubs globally, where $56 million would be the tag price for that. So again, my apologies for the little technical glitch on playing the video. So without any further ado, if I have any questions, I'll be more than happy to fill out your question. Thank you.
Great. Cam, are you able to get the video at the very end? Otherwise, don't worry about it. I've seen it. It's a great video of them showing their facilities and some of the students and people they have working with them. Okay, perfect. We might send it later. But then I will move on to our next presenter, which is Antonia from Wyatt Collective. So go right ahead, Antonia.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Antonia Lorenz. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Wyatt Collective. And we at Wyatt believe that great products can be made anywhere. And we believe that people everywhere deserve to have great products. And so in short, we believe that great industry can be built anywhere. And everything we do at Wyatt is based on that belief. And that's why we are determined to build great industry and make great products in places where a lot of people maybe wouldn't expect it. And I want to tell you a bit about my story and how we got to the idea of Wyatt. Because when I first came to Uganda about 3 years ago and moved there, I was, as many people, really amazed by the potential that can be found in Uganda and the people and in other African countries. But I was also really amazed by the disbelief in Ugandan industry and products by outside of Africa but also inside. And on my way to explore that and to explore specifically the textile industry, I understood the frustration. I tried working with small tailors, trying to organize them in a bigger network. And I also got frustrated because I wasn't able to get them to work in an efficient way as I had imagined. And I also got frustrated, but based on the belief that great industry can be built anywhere, we thought, okay, there has to be a way to really build great industry in Uganda and in other African countries. And we have to find a way, we just have to find a way to do it. And we have to find a way to scale it specifically, because we at Wyatt, we don't want to do something small. We see that this is a huge problem. There is industry and jobs and products missing in most African countries. And we believe that industry is the way to really to fill these gaps and to really have economic growth and really growth and financial growth for everyone, not just a few people, but really for the people of the countries. So what is Wyatt Collective? How do we tackle this problem? Wyatt Collective is an industrial network based on the franchise business model. We believe that franchise is a great model to scale knowledge and proven business models wherever there is demand. And what we are doing is we want to build the best factories and the best brands in Africa for Africa. And we want everyone to be able to replicate it. And that's why the franchise model is so powerful. A lot of industry and a lot of companies in the world work that way. I think especially in the US and Canada, this model is really working well. And we believe that this can really be the thing that can make us scale really good business models all over Africa, starting in Uganda, of course. And together with the people, them owning the companies, we can really one day build tens and hundreds of factories and stores and brands in Africa, really making the best products for Africans. And as I said, we are starting in the textile industry. We have just launched our prototype in Uganda, which is a fashion brand called Waya. We are producing clothing for the Ugandan market at a mass scale with a production partner. And we are really trying to explore to scale this one business model and then be able to scale it all over Africa from Uganda. And this is really just the beginning. We believe that there can be many brands, many factories to continue that and to really scale the model and really build the industry that Africa deserves and give Africans also the products that they deserve. Because we truly believe that great industry can be built anywhere, and we believe that we can do it. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via email, visit our website, and I'm really happy to connect to anyone.
Great. Thank you, Antonia. I'm now going to turn it over to Eunice from Bismart.
Good morning, those in Canada. Good evening, those in East Africa. I'm glad to be here this evening. And my name is Eunice Maina Mburu, the CEO and founder of Bismart. And I'll just start with a brief story of how we got where we are. I have a background of science and technology. And while I was working in my previous organization, I would see insurance agents, come to sell to us insurance, and my colleagues would run away from the insurance agents. And one time I decided to listen to one of them, and, as he was explaining the products, I thought, wow, insurance is such a good product. And I ended up buying one policy. But then the thought in my mind, why are people running away from insurance agents? Is it the agents who have a problem? Is it the product that has a problem? Is it the people? So I kept asking myself. And one day I resigned from my job and I joined an insurance company as an insurance sales agent. My objective in joining the insurance company was to learn, to understand whether the product I bought was true, and if it was true, then what the problem was. And it's a big risk to to leave your job to start doing investigation. And when I got in, I realized, yes, the product is good, but I think there's a deeper problem. And today I'm going to share with you the challenges that I found in the insurance industry. I have been in the industry now for the last 12 years, and I've got a lot of lessons from there. Just to start with the brief background, in Africa, the insurance penetration is very low. It's below 3%. Apart from South Africa, that is double-digit penetration. The rest of Africa, the penetration is way below 3%. And we've seen, a surge in use of data to improve distribution. And we all know that, when COVID happened, it accelerated the use of digital channels. So we have more people who are appreciating the use of digital channels, and specifically in Kenya, because of the mobile money, the M-Pesa is a big success in Kenya. This has given Kenyans an experience that digital products work. So given this background, the question is, what is a problem in the insurance sector in Africa? And this has been my many years of being in the insurance sector, trying to understand what the challenge is. But I've discovered it's an industry of mutual mistrust. By mutual mistrust, I mean that customers do not trust insurance companies and insurance players, and insurance companies or players treat customers like potential fraudsters. So basically, both of them do not trust each other. The other thing is this cumbersome onboarding process. It's very difficult to, get an insurance policy. And also when it comes to the claim process, you need to experience, because the only time you experience the value of insurance is during the claim, when they come through when you need them. So it's so cumbersome, and that brings a lot of friction. And the other biggest problem in Africa is affordability. We have a challenge. The majority of Africans are in the informal sector. They earn their income on a daily or weekly basis. Yet the insurance company asks for premium in an annual basis. So this means there's a conflict. I'm getting my money daily, but you want your money at the end of the year. So that brings a challenge. So what is the solution? Having been in the industry and doing a lot of research and investigating what the challenge is, I believe that a marketplace is a solution whereby customers are able to research, compare from multiple insurance companies, buy in small installments, that is daily or weekly payments, and claim on a single platform. The other thing is, we appreciate that in Africa, yes, as much as they have appreciated digital platforms, they still need for somebody, an expert, to talk to those who are buying insurance. So this need talking to an expert, or what we call the affiliate agent. And then the other need is the tech solution, whereby we customize products that are relevant to the African way of life. And I'll give you an example. In Africa, specifically in Kenya, family, or rather in Canada, where you guys are, and Europe and the other places, family is me, my spouse, and my children. Now, in Africa, specifically in Kenya, family is me, my spouse, my children, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my cousin. All this is family. Why is it family? That if my brother is admitted in the hospital and they do not have an insurance cover, then that becomes my bill, because I live in the city and I'm the person who provides for my family. So that is how we operate. So the products that are there for insurance, they're not meant to operate like that. So we use data and our cultural way of life to design and develop products that are relevant to us. And the other thing is the customer experience. We have digitized the onboarding and the claims process to reduce the friction when it comes to that. And the biggest one is, how do we make people who are earning on a daily basis? We're looking at people who are earning $100 in a month, between $100 to $500 per month. How do we make them afford insurance? And this is through partnership with financiers, or what we would call the microcredit institutions, whereby they can give premium financing and a customer can pay on a daily basis. That is one. The other thing we have done is to enable sponsors. Sponsor is not just an organization, but a sponsor could be a relative who is living in Canada, able to sponsor their brother here to afford insurance. So that, I believe, is the solution for this market. So this, our product, this is how our platform looks like. It's a web application. We're seeking to do a mobile application and a USSD platform to enable every person to afford and to access insurance. So this is just a snippet of what we have. And this is, we have a credit score tool that if the microcredit is financing, they go through a credit score. Once they select, say they want to pay monthly or weekly or daily, then they will go through that process. Then we have a customer portal that is able to show a customer all the policies they have from different insurance companies at a one page, and they're able to see the status and are able to see whether payments went through or not. And then the agent portal, the agents who are advising the customers within the platform. So in a nutshell, or in summary, this is the ecosystem of Bismart. We have customers on one end, we have insurance companies on the other, we have sponsors and financiers on the other end, and we have partners and agents who are advising customers. So each of these people have got their role. For example, the sponsors, we have the sponsors will be able to sponsor those who cannot afford. And how we do this is by providing the profile of the customers who are not able to do, maybe they're able to do half the premium, and then a sponsor can support the next premium. And why we are so interested in this is because in Africa, I know you you know about crowdfunding. I think it originated in Africa in the spirit what we call the Harambee. So that is so big, and that's what we are maximizing on. It is relatable. It is what we understand. And then, of course, we have the insurance company. The insurance companies that are able to list their products, pay claims, and underwrite the products that we design that are relevant to the market. The market is the Kenyan market. This is just the Kenyan market. We're looking at $1.3 billion total addressable market, and our target, or what we can we look to achieve in the next 3 years, is 500,000 customers. That's about 6% of the market. We've been growing since we started Bismart, and 2020-2021, we were able to grow our number of customers by 700% and our revenue at 124%. You notice that the revenue growth is lower than the number of customers because our focus is on the low income earners. That means the ticket of premium they pay is small, but there are many. So we are making a big impact as we grow the revenue. And these are our competition and other markets, other companies like Bismart in the world. I am just trying to rush through because of time. And we've managed to have about 13 insurance companies working with us and 2 microcredit partners who are working with us so far. And we are looking to grow the numbers. We are raising a seed round of $500,000. And this is to be able to move us from, to acquire 500,000 users in the platform by 2025. So thank you very much. And that is the team, myself. We have the CTO and the bigger, this is the management team. So thank you very much. If there is any question, please ask, or you can reach us on those contacts on the screen.
Thanks, Eunice. It was a great presentation. I enjoyed it. I'm going to hand it over quickly to Francis. There is opportunities for questions at the end. And of course, as I will repeat at the end, I have everybody's contacts. I'm happy to put people in touch with each other. I'm happy to forward on specific questions that might not get addressed in the question and answer period. So I hope everybody's enjoying so far. Francis, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Victoria and the team. And good evening for those in East Africa, and good morning to Canadian people. Thank you very much, Victoria, for your good effort, and team for accessing us opportunity to present our business before the investors and the government officials in East Africa trade investment opportunity. Mine will be the source of enablers of all business. I have heard of my fellow security cyber guy and insurance. Now we are talking of the business of energy. Green energy or solar or reliable source of energy. I'm Francis Ibisa, the founder director of Rex Energy. We are going to talk about what we have been doing and what we want to partner with our potential investors in space. Rex Energy has been in the industry of energy space over the past 22 years plus, and we've been working all in Tanzania and sub-Saharan Africa countries to access clean energy and supplying the reliable source of energy. Our headquarters in Tanzania, and we are operating in all 29 administrative regions. We also have nearly 75,000 customers, including government and international organizations. To date, we count ourselves that our contribution to energy space, we have invested about 150 megawatt in Tanzania and beyond. Do you see my PowerPoint presentation, Vicky?
Yes, we do.
Am I heard clearly? Okay,
you are for me.
The Rex. Okay, that's good. Rex Energy is wholly owned by Tanzania's engineers, electrical engineer with background, including myself, and we have been actually complementing the government effort by accessing electricity into rural areas. And I will actually talk to you about the current ongoing 3.5 megawatt Ukelele Island. It's a very interesting project that we've been accessed by the government to install this solar power system. Our main activities are to design, install, and commission a solar power system to an off-grid island in the middle of Lake Victoria. This is ranging from a 10 kilowatt, 100 kilowatt to have closer to a megawatt. And this will depend on the energy demand of the island. Why did we choose this island, or the beneficiaries of this island? The project beneficiaries include households, government and social institution, and business, and the fisheries. We expect this project to cover about 40,000 households and 1,200 business and public institution. The reason why did we choose this area? These islands are not easily accessible to the national grid, and these are the main stakeholders fishing industry in Lake Victoria. Those were the reason why did we chose those islands. And this is the Ukerewe Island, and you can see these are the main island. Here is Mwanza, and the other part is the region called Mara. We all, I mean, our island, our project is not going to be in these main islands. Rather, it will go in these small areas where I'm actually pointing. We've got here and called Ghana, and the other area here, Caesar. All of these areas where our project is going to impact, change lifestyle of the people, providing a clean and environmental friendly source of energy. We will also cover these areas. You can see how we'll support the government by accessing the clean energy to the area. We have already signed a contract with the government over the project build, own, and operate for the 30 years. We are now going to be a utility company that are providing source of energy to the community. And the project finance need was 10.5 million, which is this is the project finance, and the source of fund was from equity, where Rex has contributed 30%, and rural energy agents called REA has contributed 1%, and the balance, that's what we are looking from the equity part, which is green here. To date, we have all invested 3.8 million, and we're looking at a balance of 7.5 in this particular project. But as we go ahead, you'll see exactly what is required in the other project. To date, this is the activity that we have already done or executed. The feasibility study is already done, and social mobilization, site clearance, land acquisition, environmental assessment, electrical pole erection, civil work and distribution completed. We expect this project to be completed by December this at all if we secure the required fund from either debt or equity in any means that is that's source of fund available. The expected work to be completed is importation of solar power plant, construction of power plant, and connection of household and business. The next, this is the photo gallery, how we have done. We have already supplied poles, and these various projects that we are actually working in some of the projects we are doing, like currently we are supplying solar vaccine fridge throughout the country, where these vaccine fridges are storing vaccine for COVID-19. That's the project we are doing. And these are other projects, commercial, industry, and solar projects that we're doing. This is a power plant, and this is what's going to be in Ukerewe Island, and this is the storage. As I said earlier, these are some of the projects that we are doing with schools, remote-based school and solar power system apart from the Ukerewe one. And this is how we have been distributed. This is a success story for the various projects. And this is where our head office is. These are our engineers, how we do the project. These are some of the challenges in various of projects because our project is based on a remote area. This is Ukerewe project again. There's American Embassy, we're supporting Minigrid, and I'm here with my management trying to visit the project. And this is a completed project. Because of time, I will have to rush. What do we require? Rex is seeking the following next step. We are to engage potential investors and raise $20 million to complete ongoing project. And Rex is open to share profit throughout the project. And these are what we are looking for investors. And thank you very much for the contact. Here's my contact. I hope, Vic, I have met your setup time. Thank you very much. We are open for questions and answers. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Francis. Yeah, you met the time requirements perfectly. Thank you. So I hope everybody's enjoying this. We're going to have the next presentation, and our last one is by Joseph from Farmboxy. And then we're going to go into Q&A afterwards. Again, there is a Q&A tab, but you're also welcome to put
thank you very much.
into the public chat.
We're here, and you're most welcome. And we're inviting
Joseph?
Okay, good evening and good morning to the other side. My name is Joseph Manfred Monyika. I work with Farmbox as a COO, and I'm the co-founder. So Farmbox, we envision to bringing food to every corner of the world or globally. Our story is we envision to help farmers, as we understand that agriculture is like the main economic activities in most of African regions, and in Tanzania, more than 80% population are engaged in agriculture. But the challenge that they are facing is that most smallholder farmers faces the loss of more than 40% after harvest or during the harvesting period. And this is facilitated because of the lack of reliable storage and also absence of reliable market. And this is not like the only challenge that most farmers face. Most farmers face the challenge in the agriculture activities from the beginning, since they're starting planting their product. We can see that most farmers don't have agriculture education, and they don't know how to properly take care and handle their farms and also their agri-food products. So this is where Farmbox is coming in. We are here to help farmers avoid more than 40% post-harvest losses by providing them with reliable solar-powered storage and connect them with market through our e-commerce platform. So Farmbox is, let me go here. Okay. So Farmbox is a B2B e-commerce platform, which we focus on supporting farmers in their agricultural activities and connect them to the market directly through our e-commerce platform. What we do, our system of Farmbox is integrated in 3 ways. First, we provide extension services to the farmer by giving them agriculture education, and we provide them with seeds so that we aim at helping them farmers, so that also in return we can have like a big number of loyal suppliers. After they have cultivated and take care of the farm, during the harvest, we provide them with solar-powered storage, which is a cold room. And when we store their product is when we find the market and customer through our e-commerce platform. How our e-commerce platform works is it works in 2 ways. We aggregate the product from farmers and store to our solar powered storage. So during when we store the product, is that we aim to ensure that the product that comes from Farmbox is fresh as it was from the farm. And we work with farmers in 2 ways. There are some farmers that subscribe to our solar power. There are some farmers that want to sell the product by themselves, that they already have the market. What they lack is the means to store their product. So we have the subscription option that farmers subscribe to our solar powered storage. And also there are some farmers that sell to us their farm product on a competitive price, and we store the product waiting to be sold to the market. So we are currently serving the domestic market with very limited reach to other regions. We have worked with Nigeria, and also now we are in conversation with some company in Kenya, specifically in Nairobi. Our business model is based on three ways. First, we aggregate and add value to the farm product. Then the buyers order the product from our e-commerce platform. Then when they order, then we facilitate the entire supply by packaging, add value, and ship the product. We do delivery service to the end users and also to companies and even hotels that we are supplying to. Our current milestone is from 2020. We have worked with 73 farmers in Tanzania, and we have facilitated about 203 tons of farm product. And also we have increased farm income by 25%. And also in 2021, we have worked with about 153 farmers across East Africa, and also facilitated 253 tons of farm product. And also we have finally increased their income by 35%. Also, our addressable market, we all know that fruits and vegetables are in high demand in Europe and in America. In Europe alone, there is a demand of 35.7 billion USD, and it's approximated to reach about 23.7 million in tons. And in America, the addressable market is about 38.2 billion, and it's approximated to reach 25.3 million in tons. And in domestic market, Tanzania alone, there's a demand of 1.8 billion, which is approximated to reach 2.8 billion by 2028. And our obtainable market that we are currently targeting the 20% of market size, which is have a valuation of 360 million USD. So our competitive advantage, how we are different to other agriculture services or people that deal in agribusiness. So we have the mobile solar powered storage that we have farmers, store their product to be where to be sold to the market. And also we have e-commerce platform. In our e-commerce platform, we have a bidding option. At the end of every month, we project the product that's on bid, and customers can bid their prices to secure our product. So this is something different from most of even the e-commerce platform or agri-tech businesses. Most of them, like, they only sell, but we provide the buyers the option to bid on competitive price. And also other different, we ensure that we have the network of reliable suppliers through providing farm education to the farmers. And also we provide seed and support they'll need during the cultivation and taking care of the farm period. Our traction and projection. So thank you, Victoria. Last year we had a turnover of 125,000 USD, and this year we project to have turnover of 480,000 USD. So Oh, sorry. I think I've shared the wrong slide with you, Victoria. But we are currently raising 150,000 USD that will help us build the market. Build the network of retail and also market activities and build another cold rooms. Our biggest challenge right now is having the big load of product, because we only have 2 solar powered storage located in Mwanza, in Nyamagana, and Ilemela, and we only are able to supply on very low. We only supply low quantity because we don't have like a big trench of product stored. So we might find sometimes we have big order, but we can supply and facilitate the larger market. So right now we plan to build more cold room. To be specific, we are planning to build about 5 other cold rooms that will help us like store more than 100 tons. And also will more than 100 tons that will be able to push and sell to our customers in domestic market and hopefully in international market. So these are some of the partners that we have worked so far. And here is our website, our social media. You can visit us. Thank you.
I'm going to now open it up for questions. I've seen 1 or 2 being sent in. And the first one is going to actually start with Farmboxy. So the farmers that are using your cold storage, we're assuming that they pay for this storage. And what sort of financing options do you have or payment methods that they can use?
Okay, so currently paying about $10 that they'll be storing the products.
And so they pay on a daily basis?
They pay in 3 days.
Okay.
After 3 days, yes.
Perfect. Great. Sorry, I'm just reading questions while I'm answering these things. So the next one is for Ray. You mentioned that you have various packages for governments. This is including municipal governments and smaller offices?
Yes, the packages that we have includes municipal government, small businesses, any local governments with office size anywhere between 10 endpoints, computers to up to 100. We can provide a different pricing package once we do the analysis for them.
Awesome. Great. Then I have one more from speakers here. The other one is for Eunice. What are you also allowing? I'm assuming you're allowing virtual payments that people can pay using M-Pesa or other online formats?
Yes, we actually we do not collect cash. It's money. Mobile money. That's M-Pesa, and also card payments for those who are remitting to sponsoring the customers here.
Okay. Francis, have you been having any licensing issues regarding permissions with any government officials?
You mean difficulties to access or to secure licensing?
Correct.
No, we have never had that. And these are the officially known project, and we have all process in place. we have no issue.
Okay, awesome. So then I have a question actually from Susan for Antonia. So what's been the biggest challenge that you've faced so far?
That's a good question. Thank you for that. The biggest challenge, I would say, I think really the complexity of the challenge there is. We do think and we want to really have great structural change, and we see it as a really, a huge issue that we can tackle from so many different sides. There is also the finance side, which is an extremely big problem when it comes to industry in Africa. And yeah, really deciding and just thinking about figuring out where to start has been a pretty big challenge, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I've been told that some of the audio is breaking up, so I'm actually going to get everyone to turn off their videos. But feel free to keep your audio on. Hopefully that will help people's connections. So there's two questions. One of which is how for Francis. Sorry, this question disappeared. Okay, then I will go to the next one because that question disappeared. So Cleopas is asking all of the speakers, what is the cost of doing business affecting your business model, and how are you addressing it? So I don't know, Joseph, you have your video on, so I guess you can go first. How is the cost of doing business affecting your business model? Or Francis, because you just came on.
Yes, your question is not clear yet to me. Re-ask.
Okay, so then the other question is then specifically for Francis, which is what is your proposal to investors who are interested to invest, and how much US dollars do you need, or local currency?
Currently, the required immediately is $20 million to invest on our various ongoing projects as I presented. And we are not necessarily to be in terms of monetary, that can come in terms of machinery. If you look at the project that we have in Ireland, they're not necessarily to be in terms of monetary, can come in terms of guarantee if they have got technology from manufacturers, or can come in terms of even technology transfer for some of some of machineries that we require. The other thing is project management. We encourage investors that have got, they want to come as equity investors. That one also is welcome. We are open for both equity and debt. At the end of the day, we share the profit of the project. But going beyond, after 1 year, we will be looking for $100 million plus dollars. Is all you know that the energy sector in Tanzania and beyond, it is unlimited potential, particularly in a renewable energy. Now, the fuel has gone up because of what is happening, a crisis in the world. And now renewable energy is environmentally friendly to environment. We welcome them in all way, in a big way. Thank you.
Great. So yeah, I think that also sort of answers the cost of doing business question, because they're I assume they're asking about inflation and all of the other inputs that are now costing more. So I'm just going to remind all of the attendees that we are going to make the presentations available, and this is being recorded. So feel free when we do publish to scroll back and see some of the slides and see what people are actually asking for and offering for investors. Sorry, I'm seeing we're having thank yous. So then I'm just going to hand it back over to Susan because we seem to be done with most of the questions. I'm going to remind also attendees that if you have questions, I have everybody's contact information. I'm happy to put anyone in contact with each other. We at Africa Trade Desk are a matchmaking service in the business sense of it. And so we're more than happy to connect you with any of these businesses, including others that we know about and have been in contact with. So this is just a small smattering of the various businesses that we're in touch with.
Thank you, Victoria. I feel like some of the others did not get to answer the question about how the cost of business is affecting them. Is there any of the other three that, or the others that didn't get to answer that question that wanted to answer before we close out?
Yes, this is Ray. I can answer that. Yes, the cost of it does impact the our cost of doing business because of the fact that the cost of our professionals have increased drastically, anywhere between 17 to 23% in this current market. So what it means is we have to do, what we got to do to make sure that we continue to provide the services at the highest level, yet still provide the level of salaries that are currently required from those professionals.
Anyone else? All right. I think at this time we should have each one of our presenters go back, have a minute to go back and summarize in a couple of sentences what their ask is and what their offering is, and then we will go ahead and close out. We want to remind people what your needs are and what you're offering, so that it can be fresh as we wind down. We could do it in the same order that the presentations. Or Francis, you're up first. You could go first. Seems like you are on mute, Francis. We can't hear you.
Okay, maybe we'll jump to Ray and let Francis sort out what's going on. Eunice, you can go ahead if you're already on and everything's working for you. Just a quick summary.
Okay. As I shared, we need to enable Africans to afford insurance. The reason is one hospital bill makes a Kenyan slide into poverty every time they pay out of pocket. And our biggest focus is on the health insurance and education insurance. And we are looking for $500,000 to be able to improve the technology that we have and to be able to reach as many low-income earners to be able to afford health insurance specifically.
Thank you, Eunice. Francis, did you get the audio sorted? Are you ready to go now? Ray, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. To summarize what we have offered, is we're providing a solution that is going to bring cybersecurity resiliency across every corner of Africa. And that cybersecurity resiliency will provide tremendous savings in terms of cyber crimes across Africa. Not only that, we're going to provide this type of service security that we can assure that we save, we protect our, private information and our valued information from the internet against threat actors. We're also going to provide tremendous employment opportunity to train new talent across Africa, to bring them into the cybersecurity sector, and continue to increase that level of training and making sure that we can compete against the rest of the world. So these are the kind of things that we believe our $56 million investment is going to bring. And being able to develop 8 different hubs across Africa would bring tremendous value all together for the citizens of Africa.
Thank you, Ray. Joseph, you can go ahead.
Okay. As I presented before, that we aim to help farmers avoid more than 40% post-harvest losses by connecting them with market and also provide them with solar powered storage. And right now we are looking to raise about 150,000 USD so that we can build more solar powered storage that can help farmers store their product while they wait to go to the market. Thank you.
Thank you.
We believe that great industry can be built anywhere, and that's why we are determined to build great industry in Africa, starting in the textile industry. We're building a scalable network of factories in Africa using the franchise model. And we have currently launched our MVP in Uganda, which is the first franchise, and we are looking for seed investment to scale this first business model. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio. So, folks, we have in just these few minutes we've had together seen what opportunities are, and this is just a tip of what is available in different sizes and different models and different industries. So, like I said earlier in the opening remarks, the region is ripe for activity, and it is sending out signals that there's room for collaboration. Just as these companies are highlighting the need for investment, on the other end of these investments is the need for customers and collaboration in customers. The food industry, do we need to get some of that fresh food to Canada, especially in the winter when we cannot have fresh? Joseph, we need to talk about mangoes. Can we get some fresh mangoes coming in here? There is in process in the near future. Actually, we are looking at the beginning of 2023, a trade mission to the region. We will be sending out information to that. We will also be doing a trade mission to the west coast, both to the Anglophone countries, but also to the Francophone companies. The aim we needed to achieve today was to highlight that regardless of what kind of industry you're in Canada, or what level of investment you're interested in, or what level of product you're interested in, there is an opportunity to collaborate in a meaningful way with African companies in the startup stages, but also seasoned African businesses that are looking for opportunities to engage with Canadian companies in an ethical and sustainable way. We hope that this experience or this visit with us today was informative and that we can keep the information flowing between these companies and the other companies, but also in just, even if you are just wanting to explore what is possible. Africa Trade Desk with the partners at the Canada Africa Chamber of Business, we are here to help you. Our contact information is available, both in the way you signed up. Our email addresses are there, the websites, both the Canada Africa Chamber and the Africa Trade Desk. Our contact information is there. Reach out and we will get in touch with these companies and others like them to make sure we balance the trade deficit between Canada and East Africa and the rest of Africa in general in a way that makes both continents or countries, it's more than one more country, but both continents stronger and more engaged with each other. Thank you for spending time with us today. We hope you had an interesting time and that you have a good rest of your day.